So when you go to pick up the bobbin, you want to make sure you start to pull it towards you, and that's when you add the tension. And again, you're going to wrap nice and even. Notice I don't have a bunch of thread out and I wrap like this. That's how you hit your knuckles on the table. Twist that up. I want it to be an inch, maybe an inch and a half of thread. And I like to kind of keep it kind of perpendicular or make an angle here, a right angle. Parallel to the hook, parallel to the table, I'm gonna wrap like this. As thread gets shorter, I don't just wrap it like this and then pull. I'm going to try to maintain, easing up on my grip on that thread. That's gonna maintain that steady tension that you need. If I pull down, I'd be tightening up the tension, and then as I would wrap, it would be looser. Then I pull down, it would just be loose and tight, loose and tight. If you let that thread slide or come undone off the bobbin as you tie, then it's going to be nice and even. As you wrap that thread down, as I get closer to this hook point, you might hear that tick. That can fray your thread. So I like to go with this kind of angled wrap as I go back. This hook, I'm at the point where it's starting to curve down. That is where you stop tying on most patterns with this style hook. If it was a curved hook, then I could tie on down. It just depends on what you want to do. But the majority of the time, you want to tie on this flat shank part. This is what we would consider the tie-in point, or the place where you start putting your material. You start tying in your materials or the fly. And on this hook, it happens to be between the hook barb and point. It could be up here, but you don't want it clear up towards the point because you still have a little bit there, and you don't want it clear back in towards the bend because your thread starts to slide. So